What's up? Is your boy Los LOS, and you are watching the Community Leaders Podcast. And in front of me right now, the guest right now we have is Nyedra Turner. What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Did I get it right this time?
Yes, you did.
So, how was your day? Tell me what your day looked like.
So my day looked like just being active in the community a lot, reaching out to the youth that's high risk individuals, and helping them with soft skills and getting them prepared to get in the GED program or back to school.
Wait a second. You did all that today?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell the people what you do.
So what I do is I do street violence prevention. I help students, rather youth from the ages 13 to 23 years old that have been 30% out of school. So basically, they have not been in school for like the last 4 months. Oh. So they drop out. And some of those youth are high-risk individuals that's, in the streets, probably a victim of gun violence, just a lot of trauma, in their lives. And I also help with adults as well. So what I do with that population, I help those who may need housing support, court advocacy, resources for light, gas, rent assistance, and things like that. Whatever it is that they need. So that's what I do on a regular.
So when these kids are dropping out and you're trying to find out where they're at, for one, right? Because you need to figure out where they're at. Sometimes they're at home, and sometimes they're not at home, right? Do you find it where the work you do, you're able to bring some back to school, or they go for their GED or something like that?
So basically, we meet them where they at. It takes time. Some of those youth don't be ready, but we keep calling, and just they'll see once you keep calling and contacting them that you really care about them. So we get their information from CPS. So we have a list of those students that have not been in school.
Right.
So we contact them or contact their mom, their parent, depending on what age. You know what age they is.
Yeah.
Some probably be living with their grandparent, or some have significant others, even though, they in that population. But yeah.
Okay. I think it's, as long as you keep on showing them that you care about them and you're loving on them.
Yeah.
And you're being a little naggy because you're like, man, they're calling again.
Yeah.
Oh, they want to help you. They don't have to call you. They can call somebody else and switch it up. But they're calling you, and you're calling them, and you're showing love and affection.
Yeah, when they come, to the program, they even go. We take them on field trips. Some may need some shoes or clothes. We have the funding to get them, a pair of nice kicks, haircut. Like one of the communities, our partners today, they discussed how over the weekend they took some of the guys to a barber class, and 2 of them was interested in becoming barbers. Yeah,
it's good money being a barber.
Yeah.
$60 a haircut.
Yeah, it's expensive now.
That's why I started growing my hair. I'm like, I can't afford a haircut anymore. Let me grow this hair out. So we're going to be talking about a little bit more about you, and as we know what you do now. So who are you? It's like, okay, you're this person that does all this stuff, and also some amazing stuff that you're doing from what you're saying. But let's let the people that are watching this right now know, who are you? So I'm going to take you back to 10 years old.
Okay, 10 years old. First I'm from the East Garfield Park community. That's on the west side of Chicago.
Is west side the best side?
That's the best side. Yep, west side the best side.
All right.
And 10 years old looks like, for me, I was a rough little girl.
Okay.
Yeah, so 10 years old, what's that, like third grade?
Fourth grade.
Fourth grade. Yeah, in the school that I attended, we had little cliques at that age. It sound weird, but that was the truth. And that was the beginning of the time where I started fighting a lot. Yeah.
Where does fighting come from?
I'm not sure. I think because when I was growing up, like your friends on the block, majority of them was older than me, so they felt like they could bully me a little bit.
Okay.
So I believe once I was just growing older and around my own age group in school in my class, I took advantage of that opportunity to be a bully or whatever as well, So that's what I think molded me into being the tough girl that I started to become.
Okay. It's funny because you're so soft-spoken.
Yeah.
Being a tough girl.
Yeah.
So let's take you back. So that was 10. What about 20? What did life look like for you at 20 years old?
So the life for me at 20 years old, I was a mom at 20 years old with 2 children.
Two children, okay.
Yeah. And
on this show, we like saying their names.
Say their names?
Yeah.
My son, my oldest, his name is Jalen.
Okay.
Right now, he's 24 years old.
What's up, Jalen?
Yep, and my daughter, her name is Janasia.
Janasia, did I get that right?
Yep.
Yeah, let's go. What's up, girl?
She will be 21 on March 19th.
Okay, so they're older kids now.
So they're older kids now. Awesome. I had them young, which my mom, she didn't agree with it, but it worked out now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at 20 years old, I was a parent. I had to mature early. I was working, just trying to find myself. Trying to find myself because I couldn't be I couldn't be a little girl, so.
Yeah, definitely. You got 2 kids.
Yeah.
We're out of that stage now. Yeah,
right.
Definitely mommy mode.
Yeah, so I was in mommy mode, working at McDonald's, and still fighting.
You still fighting? You still fighting? With the kids? At home?
Yeah, it was like, so in my neighborhood, I feel like going back, my mom, she worked a lot, and I have 2 older siblings. So my mom, she worked 12-hour shift. So it was basically like I was taking care of myself, but my mom, she was the number 1 provider, but she had to work. My father was in and out of prison. Yeah. And my siblings was older than me. My sister is 5 years older than me, and my brother's 7 years older than me. So they was doing their own thing. So it's like I was out here,
Did you feel by yourself because they're doing their own thing, and your mom was working?
Yeah, I felt like as I look back now, as I look at it now, back then I didn't feel that way. But once you experience and you grow up, you know that trauma or whatever, you see. You could see now what was the whole problem or why you was the way that you were.
You were a little bit angry.
Yeah, it was angry, and just felt like I was very dependent. I had to depend on me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, mom's working 2 jobs. Yeah. Pop's not around.
Right.
And the older siblings are doing their own thing.
Right.
Being themselves,
Right. Got their own life going on, so.
Yeah, that could cause a little bit of anger inside a person. I totally understand. My mom also worked 2 jobs and went to college. Yeah. So I hardly ever saw her. Yeah. Thank God the neighborhood that I lived in, they were allowed to take care of us. Right. And then we got out of pocket, they were allowed to take care of us that way too.
Right. But we lived in a family building, but it's just different from your mom always working because you got to depend on your aunt maybe to feed you. Yeah. Then when your mom come home, now she tired. Now she throwing that Salisbury steak in the oven. I do not like that now. But, quick meal.
That's some trouble right there.
Yeah. That quick meal, to make sure that, she doing her part, Yeah.
She working hard to make sure that you got that roof over your head and that food.
She did.
Even though you didn't like that steak.
Right.
that Salisbury steak in the oven, frozen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she did. Everything, to me, turned out great, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 30 years old.
30 years old. So 30 years old, like I said, 30 years old me, I was into the streets, not like that, but it is like that. I was into selling drugs.
Okay.
I wanted the fast money because, like I said, my father was in and out of prison. I saw both sides. I saw my dad how he got money, and I saw the way that my mom got money. And it was like I was on both sides of the fence, long as I have some money, So I was selling drugs, and one time I was on my way going to Red Lobster down on Pulaski.
Okay.
And I forgot I had some ecstasy pills in my purse, and just so happened I get pulled over, right? Not doing nothing, but I guess that's what happens.
Dropping in Chicago.
And I went to jail.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
how long were you in there?
I actually was in there for a whole day. I didn't know. I had a bond. I didn't know what bond and house arrest, none of that stuff. Looked like or sounded like on my end when I was in court. But I ended up getting bonded out for $5,000. And that was my first and my last time. I'm like,
this is not for me.
This is not for me. And I had just got my hair done. And
you look all pretty.
I was pretty. And,
in jail.
And I was in jail. Like, that was the first experience. I had, went to the station before, but I never had to go through that whole process.
And
the
whole medical and all that stuff.
All that stuff. Yeah, I never had to go through that. Then I was just thinking about my 2 kids that was at home.
That's right.
Because all they knew that I was going to get some food and come back. Like, they don't remember what happened now because it's been so long ago. But so that was me at 30 years old. But I ended up getting a job with Put Illinois Back to Work.
Okay. Do me a favor. Can you move the mic a little bit to the side if I can see your face? That mic's like right in your face. I want to see that smile. See those teeth.
Okay.
There you go. Okay.
So I ended up getting a job with Put Illinois Back to Work, and it actually was at a treatment facility called Haymarket.
Okay.
So that was perfect, and that was the right timing, because how can you be out in the streets trying to sell, substance, drugs to someone, and you about to work and help those get off drugs, So it was perfect timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes God leads us a different way.
Yeah.
In Spanish, we say tate quieto. In other words, stop it.
Right.
And then he leads us a different way. Sometimes the narrow road is better than the wide road.
Right.
And we don't want to go down the narrow road because we don't know what's down that narrow road. And that wide road, we see everybody going through it. So we're going to follow them.
Yeah.
He needs us to go down the narrow road sometimes. And maybe that's what happened.
Yeah.
He gave you a tate quieto.
Yeah.
Right. Go this way.
Right.
So you're changing your life now. How's that look now?
So what that looks like now, I do street violence prevention. I recently just graduated from Northeastern Illinois University in December of 2025 with my bachelor's degree.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
So I'm doing it now.
I love it.
Yeah. So
how does that make you feel? Other than that big smile you got on your face right now, I love it.
It makes me feel proud because my children get a chance to see my growth. We grew up together. My son, he graduated from Northern Illinois in May.
Okay.
And then I graduated in December. And then my daughter, she following behind us. So that's just, it makes me feel great. And no matter who I once was and where I grew up and was born and raised, that my children was not affected by it.
Yeah.
They some pretty, good, cool kids. So I feel good.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I want you to move that mic even more to the side because I want the full shot. Yeah, just go around it just like that. There you go.
Right here.
I want that shot of you. Yeah, clear. There, boom, right there.
Okay.
You had that mic in front of you the whole time. Yeah, you were kind of there. So okay, so. Now you're a part of this violent prevention. Now you're keeping kids away from drugs. Now you're trying to lead them to get more education. And now you're showing so much love. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a whole turnaround. Amen. Thank God for that. So what's your vision now for yourself and your family?
So my vision now is to continue to do the work because I love this work. I love seeing the change that some kids, because see they see that it could work. When they hear your story or hear what others have been through, and it make them feel like they not alone. So I want to continue to do this work. I once wanted to move to another state, but I don't know, leaving Chicago, even though no matter what people say, it's like Chicago my home. So I basically, honestly, I just want whatever ahead for me that's
promised. It's promised to you.
Yeah.
You keep on going down that narrow road. He's gonna lead you where you're supposed to be at.
Yeah, because
you have purpose.
Yeah, and I'm shocking myself every time. So whatever, not sounding cocky though, but whatever is come ahead. Like I'm looking into getting my first home. I sell clothes now.
Okay.
I have an online boutique. I just have to get it back up, get some more.
I'm loving it. Entrepreneurship, yes.
Yeah, so that's what I'm looking forward to.
Okay, awesome. So tell me one thing about CLF that you love.
First of all, I love the people. I love the staff. I love the information that I'm receiving from CLF. And it's just teaching me how to be, a better leader because I'm always teachable, so it's no big ass and little U's or in that space, so I'm loving everything. I'm loving the speakers that come out, the previous fellows, and it's a good learning experience. And I like looking up to people that, some people don't like to be around people that got no more than them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I love that. Yeah. I love being around. You're around some good people. Yeah. Some good people, educated people that want to see a difference on the west side of Chicago. Yeah. I love every one of them. Yeah. They've been here as you're here, and I'm learning from them as well. Right. And how to help more. If you had, and this is the last question, if you had some superpower, it could be spiritual, it could be superheroish, what would it be? If I had superpower, what would it be? A beloved community. I would want to just see a perfect world just for one day. Just,
That's dope. That's dope. You want to see a perfect world just for one day. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. That's the first time someone says that. Wow. I love that. I love that thought. Yeah. Well, I want to thank you for coming down to the Community Leaders Podcast. We're going to see each other more. Okay. And then you're loving everyone a part of it. Are you loving me?
Of course.
Love me.
Yeah, and your person, and you got a nice sense of humor too. Yeah, you're pretty cool.
I try. Yeah. Well, thank you for coming down.
Thank you. Okay. That's it.
That's it. We're done.